move with the Alistar is just a classic for him, but means that Wild Turtle's going to have to play even better here.
And I really like the fact that they did take some hard engage, considering if you look at your top laner, you've got Mundo, who just throws cleavers and runs at people, and you've got Kindred in the jungle, who's not an initiator, more of a carry. But FlyQuest will finish out their squad by grabbing some firepower in the top lane with the Gangplank, as well as drafting the Orianna in the mid lane for Keen.
Yeah, and FlyQuest, they have 3 of the same champions that they had yesterday: Trundle, Varus, Braum, and it seems like what they do is they kind of plug and play their solo laners based on power picks, and that's kind of been the draft strategy for them, is Varus, Braum, basically 3 times in a row here, and then they've swapped the jungler around once, Trundle twice, and then if they can get Zoe, they do that, but it's really been a consistent kind of draft for FlyQuest. Like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and that's kind of been how FlyQuest have been getting their wins. They aren't trying to change a whole bunch, because what they've been doing since they brought JJ in has been working for them.
And this goes back to what I said at the end of the last game about follow your heart. Yeah, it sounds memey, and yeah, it sounds like something from a feel-good movie at the end. But at the same time, when you're in the middle of a meta where everyone seems confused and everyone's running around trying to figure out, well, how do I play League of Legends now? If you can find a way
someday, his briefcase, he'll have it up again before the recall completes.
Yeah, he just stood there. He's like, you know, you got to stop.
And is there.
And to make this dive happen, Sumday's going to tank up the turret. Okay.
Mundo, he's out.
Mundo says, you don't even get an assist. I got this taken care of.
Yeah. Someday gets the solo kill there. Anda had the pressure, but Someday just walks under. So the fact that the recall was interrupted, okay. It's like,
you remember?
Really kind of just covering wards that would go a little bit deeper, which is actually kind of interesting because I would expect the ward to want to be placed further up so you can actually protect your bottom side. And Anda going top. Flame,
here you go.
Flash.
Flashes out, throws the ultimate down on top of himself, and still doesn't have a chance. The damage and the rundown potential from Someday and Anda put him in the grave.
And you see that Anda playing to the top side here. And Meteos was saying, you know, Someday doesn't take a lot of resources. He doesn't normally. He can actually just kill.
Instead, they just move in. They block Flame away from the creep wave. They make him waste his ultimate, but they still can't find the kill after putting 3 bodies topside, which means FlyQuest gets some free time to hit this turret.
Yep, but hold on. FlyQuest, it might not be as free as they think, because here comes Aphromoo, Cody, and Ryu. They're flanked from both sides.
But here comes reinforcements from FlyQuest as well. It's going to be a bloodbath. King going to be taken low, taken down first. Cody Sun grabbing the kill onto that one as JJ now has to get back with the Unbreakable. Damage comes through, it won't be enough, but that's still going to go the way of 100 Thieves and make it a double as they
Thieves to just coordinate that. And Aphromoo, oh, wait, I think the stacks last longer than that.
Yeah, they do. Turtle grabs the kill onto him for free and gets the stopwatch to go with it. Okay, forget what I said about free. It's a trade. Support for support. JJ cut down by Ryu.
Sometimes you just got to stand in front of him for the 80 carry. You got to take one for the support. And it's just been really well played here from JJ. This matchup where it's the Braum into the Alistar, he's just been winning it over and over again in terms of just the lane phase. Walking up, contesting the Alistar, punching him and then throwing Qs. And hold on right here.
Here we go again. JJ pops the stopwatch, trying to buy a couple of extra seconds. More damage comes through. Ryu wants to go through the portal, instead backs away from it. One more auto attack will finish JJ off. Anda grabs himself that one. Not in any real danger of being return killed, as he did have the lane
Somebody's
fight anyway. But Someday decides it's time to go onto a Mundo rampage towards Flame. He'll be flashed away from. Oh, it's stasis into stasis. Someday's still gonna find the kill. Woo!
Oh, Someday's like, get out of my lane. He can't even be under turret. And right there, hold on, they're gonna try to get something back onto Ryu, but he's speedy. Phase rush.
The pillar will not do it. The phase rush gets him away, makes him immune to the slows that the pool around it would normally provide. And now, the Rift Herald summoned up means it's time for more pushing from 100 Thieves, more objectives for them to pick up. They'll grab the tier 1 in the mid lane and be on their way.
100 Thieves, they're not playing funnel, and the funnel for them yesterday even went bad. And when I look at this team that's in first place, see, gone from the team, literally nothing could have stopped that channel. Nice escape from Ryu. Can't tell if Ryu's a genius and knew that he wouldn't die, because he didn't use his Seraph's Embrace, which already transformed.
Bottom side,
wasn't even sweating.
Oh, in some trouble. The dive comes through. Aphromoo not really even worried about this one, hanging out on the edge of the turret as a good support does, even when you're ahead like Someday is. Yep. But bottom side, it's a tier 2 that will likely drop here in favor of 100 Thieves.
Yep, and it's the difference in the top laners here. And Keen's in trouble. Keen's gonna get caught. That's the flash.
Wants to go in on this one. Headbutt, pulverize, see you later. Cody Sun, kill number 2.
Perfect play from Afromu. He knew he didn't have to use the headbutt from a long range because it takes you X amount of area as well. They don't see the ward in the pit or outside the pit, so FlyQuest still have information, but Afromu caught out, gonna try to turn.
Pops the ultimate to turn things around. JJ going to be taken low here. Ryu needs a little bit more damage to find the kill onto him. Unbreakable, nice job, gonna be blocking that one away. Flame grabs the kill onto Afromu there at the end using the ulti. That's a 1-for-0 for FlyQuest.
And that gets Flame back on the board there. This Gangplank needs to get gold quickly. They've actually purchased 2 Executioner's Callings, which is great for FlyQuest. You want to have 2 people who have grievous wounds on your team. And if it's not...
Hurdle in some trouble as Someday comes around for the back line. Cody Sun goes on a killing spree, and JJ heads for the hills. Mundo doesn't care about those turrets at all. Shockwave finds its way onto Cody, who runs away. Lamb's Respite thrown down just in case. He's not going to stick around for the heal. Instead, just wants to reposition himself safely behind his teammates as 100 Thieves continue this pressure, continue this push, and have broken the enemy base without Baron. 23 minutes into the game. Someday still walking himself out of this one. 1/3 HP. Afromu turning around for the counterattack onto Keen as they unleash the damage onto JJ. Anda over the wall, still trying to fight. FlyQuest room to breathe or room to think. They're making them have to answer this, and they're not finding any answers right now. And it's Someday on the bottom lane inhibitor. It's JJ caught out. It's Cody Sun on a rampage, and it's Wild Turtle trying to 1v1. Anda does force out the Lamb's Respite. He has to try to get himself away from this one, but Ryu goes over the wall to find the killing blow.
And man, meanwhile, Someday he's gonna get that second inhibitor. Someday is basically being the best top laner you could ever ask for on a team, playing a tank, holding his TP. He doesn't need to be there. He's causing so much pressure, and he's just taking structures and taking the base, and they need multiple people to answer him.
This Baron is no longer contestable. 100 Thieves will walk away having that one for free. They'll even get a bonus prize along with it in that bottom lane. Oh, epic loot for them today as 100 Thieves continues the 4-man push down the top side, leaving Someday to escort the super minions there in the mid lane. Nice shockwave onto 2, and has exploded. No Lamb's Respite available. Afromu will join him shortly. Someday continues to push into the enemy base, but that's a big pick for FlyQuest.
Yep, and Someday is going to go escort minions more and bring at least 2 people to him.
Not exactly where you would have wanted to see those numbers come up for 100
Someday.
Thieves, but now the fight at the bottom side. Someday's going to be taken low. Lamb's Respite to keep him alive. Anda having to hang around in there as well. Counterattack coming in. 100 Thieves still looking to turn this fight around. Cody Sun dashing back over the wall. But it's a killing spree for the side of FlyQuest. Afromu still looking to juggle Keen around. Ryu's made his way into the fight. Shockwave now down only onto Someday, who may just fall. The shutdown for Wild Turtle.
And FlyQuest hold on. They end up getting 2 of the most fed members. They get shut down gold there for Someday in the top lane. And right now, they're just...
Is this the base race? Is this the FlyQuest base race call into the enemy base? Afromu going to be taken low, taken down. This could be it. Ryu onto the inhibitor himself. TP going to be used here. Somebody's trying to help 100 Thieves, trying to come in and help. Gangplank ulti goes down. It's going to be Nexus turret number 1. Taken down. FlyQuest still defending. Sound strikes are going to be used. FlyQuest on the Nexus. Thieves on the Nexus. It is point for point. And FlyQuest win! Holy hell! What a base race!
FlyQuest are behind. They throw down the gauntlet, and they win by a sliver of HP.
What a finale! The FlyQuest team making the call. Race for the base. And it wins them this game.
And it ties them for first place.
Tied with who?
With 100 Thieves.
The team that they just beat to the Nexus by a single auto attack.
That's a game where you say, we can't go through Someday. Let's go around him. Let's go to the Nexus. FlyQuest clawed it back in. And I don't even want to say that they clawed back in because that implies it was slow. This was, they jammed their way back into the game at the end of it.
That was absolutely incredible to watch.
That was the most exciting ending of a game that we have had all split long, potentially all year in the NALCS.
I could be an old man that don't remember my own name, sitting on my couch, and somebody will ask me, hey, what do you remember? And I'll say, you ever watch FlyQuest versus 100 Thieves? Because look at this ending.
The TP comes through first, by someday. And then the second TP right there from the Lucian says, all right, Cody-san says I need to be there to help. I can't actually help him out. It's so...